as the commission knows, the lease for the Dania Beach Grill, it's coming to its natural end. It had a long-term lease and it was extended, and the lease was passed down from, or actually allowed to be transferred to the current business owner. The structure needs updating and the lease needs updating. And we're at a time now we're looking at a beach master plan to improve the beach, to make it more resilient, and we're working on those plans now. We're also looking at a park master plan because the Dania Beach Grill sits in Tootie Island Park. So we're looking to make improvements over there. So there's a lot happening with that parcel. And to my knowledge, the City Commission or staff has never talked about demolishing that building or turning it into a parking lot. It's never happened, and whoever's stating that is misinformed. You can go onto the city's website and put in daniabeachfl.gov/beach master plan. You'll pull up our master plan, and in phase 3, it discusses, and phase 3 is off into the future, about a possible relocation of the grill a little bit closer to the beach and realigning the road, so if you're at the grill, you don't have to cross the street to get there. So if there was some concern about knocking it down, that's where it would happen, but that would be sometime in the future. We're not at phase 3 of the grill, or the beach plan rather. But what we are at is a natural break in the lease cycle of that building, where the building needs to be upgraded. I think the current tenant would recognize that, and the patrons would probably recognize that. So what we've had some discussions, and what I'm asking the City Commission to do is to authorize city staff is to put out a request for proposals to restaurateurs who want to come in and give them their concept of how they would run that business, what type of business plan they would have, the food they'd want to serve. This is fundamentally the same thing we did for the quarter deck, and I think we got some good results there considering the last tenant and the tenant improvement. And the other part is that I'm asking, and I spoke to the current tenant, she's willing to go month to month until we can get this RFP process off the ground, and the current owner could, I'd imagine, submit a proposal to the City Commission on their vision of what they wanted the Dania Beach Grill to be. And part of an RFP would be, this is what we're looking to do, this is what we would like from the city, and the city can consider a bunch of ideas and work a future plan into our master plan for the beach and for our master park plan as well. It's really a good timing that we're looking at doing this now. So that's really what I wanted to say on those particular issues. The one concern that the current owner has, or the current tenant has, is going month to month and having to be responsible for things that would be in a long-term lease, like some of the major capital items. So I think we can revise a month-to-month lease where they wouldn't have to be responsible for those things, but taxes which are paid in arrears would have to be addressed, as well as some of the safety issues with the latest fire inspection. Those have to be, it has to be operated as a safe structure, and some of the fundamentals about the lease need to be in place. But we don't want to do anything that would prohibit them from going month to month. We can turn around an RFP perhaps in 60 days and have time to give the City Commission time to look at it and then negotiate a deal. So that could perhaps be 6 months where you would want to have an operating business down there. And just from the response I see from the public, they seem to enjoy that type of beach atmosphere. And nobody's looking, at least from what I've heard from the City Commission, to do away with that type of establishment.
Vice Mayor.
Please state your name and address and keep it to 3 minutes. My name is Mitchell Mestel. I live at 2641 Taft Street in Hollywood. Thank you for allowing someone from out of the area to speak. I'm a real estate appraiser, so I do understand highest and best use for places. I've also been a resident of South Florida, North Miami Beach, as well as Hollywood since '71, and watched all the places that were little places for locals go away. Hollywood used to have great little spots on the beach. There was Margaritaville. Dania Beach Grill is such a... I used to go there when I skipped school and went surfing because I didn't want to compete over at Haulover. And I'd be able to go get a Coke back there. you know, the facility could use some updating, and if the people that are running it knew that they've got a longer-term lease where it makes sense to do capital improvements, I have a feeling it can make it better without taking away the charm of the place, and, you know, allow it to continue to flourish. I'm also a musician, so this is a little self-serving, but I will say this, as far as it being a profit center, we were supposed to play there Sunday, and an hour before the gig, it was canceled because of weather. So it ain't like I'm making a lot of money there. But yeah, I like to go there when I'm not working. And I know a lot of people feel the same way. It would be a shame for the place to disappear. As that said, there's only a few places left that really are what Dania used to be about. I mean, go to Grandpa's, go over to Jackson's, go over to the Grill, Jimmy's. Start to run out of places, guys. And we are too. Please don't run out of places.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Patricia Faber, 200 Southeast Fifth Avenue, Dania Beach. And thank you for giving us this opportunity. What I would like to say about the grill is that the grill, I would like it to stay exactly the way it is. It needs some improvements, and that is something that could happen. But what the grill brings to Dania Beach is continuity from one neighborhood to the next to the next. The music is from all different genres. It's a place where you can come and just be and have fun, dance, spend some time, watch the moon. But it has created a neighborhood feel that has transcended all other places in Dania, as far as I'm concerned. It brings magic to the neighborhood and to the people that come there on a regular basis, and people that just happen to stop by and they can't believe the luck that they have that they found this place. And if we can keep it the way it is, with some improvements, I think the dance floor needs a couple of pieces of wood, but basically, it is a touch of old Dania that we could take into the future with us. But we don't have to change it and turn it into one more restaurant. It's so much more than that. It's a magical mystery tour. So thank you, and whatever we can do as a community, I'm in.
I'm Neris Franco. I live at 13643 Southwest 92nd Court in Miami. And I come up to Dania Beach to that bar and grill at least twice a month, and have been for a number of years now. And I've seen one haunt and one beach after another get ripped up and a condo put in for people who just want to invest in real estate somewhere else other than where they want to live. And I've seen nothing built, nothing taken care of for regular people who want to enjoy the beach also. And I certainly want to see Dania Beach Bar Grill music to retain what makes Florida so special, and just have at least one little place that isn't carved up and built up, and some place that we can all enjoy. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Clayton Goldstein. I live at 1035 Northwest 73rd Terrace in Margate. And first, it's refreshing to have a city commission that comes to this with such an open mind. You don't get that too often. I was outside and I was looking at all the the posters of all the redevelopment and everything that's happening. It's amazing. I drive down 95 and I see, I was pretty bummed at the roller coasters. But I see what's coming up there, and I've been blessed to travel all over the world. I'm a musician also, entertainer, and the Dania Beach Bar and Grill balances your town. It balances between that and what's happening in the history that, I was outside and everybody's telling me the history of this place. I guess the last thing is, as everybody's talking about stuff, and we're lucky, I think the town is lucky to have Kelvin and Kathy, because they didn't grow up here. And it seems they want to work with the town, and they want to keep the character of this, and to make that happen, and to have young entrepreneurs. They had a tough year. They had a tough year with the hurricanes and the red tides and the different things like that. And to have people like that with the energy that wants to be part of Dania Beach and part of the community, it seems that the Dania Beach is fortunate. And as a musician, I'm fortunate to have them. So, good luck. And thank you.
Commissioner.
I've been there 5 years, and I understand the demographic, I understand what's going on. I try to involve everybody in the community, outside, inside, live music, and you know, to embrace and appreciate the beach itself. I got beach cleanup the first month, or first Sunday every month. I raised, money for conservation programs, live music, and just people, families, this and that, and to understand the changes that we want to make. Like, it can't just be right here. It can't be answered in front of the commission. It's got to be talked about. It's got to be understood. And this is not just next year. This is for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. We want to keep this place great. But what I need is a team effort. And I think the people behind me, again, they agree the same thing. Entertainment, great. That same building, awesome. But we do need to work together, because I cannot afford what you guys are looking for, and for the second story or this and that, or a better view, a better parking lot. It's cool, but we got to really talk about it. So if you guys agree with me, I'd like to sit together with everybody, all the commissioners, and understand that we need to have a private meeting.
Can't really do that.
Can't do that, it's illegal.
Sunshine violation. The sunshine
Do that.
violation.
I don't get it.
The law
So who do I talk
It
to?
has to
Who
be
do I
a public
figure out?
hearing, meeting, we're all together.
Sure. Oh, are we doing this?
We're doing that now.
Awesome.
Commissioner,
Cool.
Commissioner Harris.
Kellen,
Yeah.
when I met you a couple years ago, my background previously was in like food service management and equipment. And I see this long list of equipment that you have here, from fry masters to freezers to reach-ins, prep tables. I mean, the list is like 3 pages long.
Yeah.
I mean, how could we help you get the equipment that you need, whether it be new or used? Because there are food service equipment providers right here at Dania Beach that could probably help you bring that up to standards, so you could put out a quality product and you have enough ice on a busy night and all those kind of things that you want to.
What is not up to?
Well, there were some violations in the inspection, but do you have all the equipment that you want? Do you, I mean,
Oh, I can use a few more things.
I mean, could you use a new fryer? I mean, for
I
your
can
fries
use it.
in there,
That'd be amazing.
Well, I'm saying that in the city, and we own the property, that we can help possibly. When I first moved to Dania Beach in 2002, we used to walk down there on the mornings because it was open for breakfast, and you could get a really, really, really good fried egg sandwich there for like $1.99. So, I know the place, and I've gone there to watch. Why are you laughing? A fried egg sandwich, but they go back at night and have a couple brewskis and watch the full film come up. So,
Right.
I get it. So for everybody,
Let's work together.
I'll be happy to help you spec the equipment, because I know people that sell it. There are businesses that have gone out of business, and we could pick up a 2-bin, 3-hole stainless steel steam table with the top bins. I mean,
Chicago style hot dogs are going
I'm saying that we're here to help you, Kellen. We're not, and we'll celebrate your victory when you're still there. So.
Something to remember, that the commission is not the enemy here, the city is not the enemy here. But what we're getting into now is part of the negotiation, and that's not what we're here to talk about tonight, right? That's not what we're here to vote on tonight, is not the new contract, it's a matter of what we're going to do. We're going to pick one of those 3 options that the vice mayor discussed earlier, correct?
Yeah.
I'm no stranger to
to the Dania Beach Bar Grill. I haven't been there in a few months, but I frequented, yeah, I've been a little busy, hi. I frequent that business with my son because he loves the water, and that place really does give a feel of him being able to run around. I know we have a lot of upgrades of what we're doing with phase 2 and things with Atla Park, and a lot of issues that we discuss often outside of this commission meeting and with staff about bringing upgrades to the surrounding areas of the bar and grill. I'm going to try and stick to the script of what we are discussing here. Within this RFP that we are going to be putting out, first of all, I love the month-to-month idea because we don't really know where we are headed with this. But my restrictions, my opinions of the restrictions, it needs to have an affordability, concept to this. We don't need a restaurant that's like another quarter deck or price-wise that competes with the quarter deck. We need something that feels like home, and you can just go even with your bathing suit and sit outside or enjoy it. When I go there, I do see residents that come. I see a lot of people that I do not know. Everyone is always enjoying their time. I'm always upset when they don't have the fish dip, but that's how that's how fresh their things are. I want to know what parts of the fish grill is the city responsible for? I know certain maintenance and stuff the city's responsible for, correct? Or no?
We are responsible for the roof and the structural elements of it, the
So,
floors and the walls.
Okay, so within that, are those items up to code?
I believe the roof was checked about 2 years ago and was brought to code. We had a small leak. And I think, I'm not sure about the walls and structure, but I think everything at the city, this is a building from 1947.
Right.
But as far as I know, yes, the answer is yes.
Okay.
There are a number of other violations
the Lions
that
Club.
need to be addressed.
All right, I guess
And the American Legion.
my reason for saying that
Lions
is
Club,
because,
American Legion were built in
I do
47.
see where they try to make improvements. I see the little walkway at the back with the little lights and the little patio and all of the things that they try. But this is a very, very old building, and I just don't want us to be unreasonable in this month-to-month and tagging them for every single thing, because this building is a very old building. And if we are going to go out and do RFP, and we are going to, work with them, we have to make sure that we're not finding them for every single thing, unless we're going around to every single business and giving it as much as attention as we're giving these businesses. Also, everything being safe, because safety definitely comes first, but we need to keep into account, the erosion and being one of the first protections that the rest of the city has when we get those storms, when they get those hurricanes and everything else. I definitely like a hometown small feel. I do want to keep some of the character here in Dania Beach. I do feel like we have a lot of redevelopment going on, and I just don't want to do away. Not saying that it has to stay Dania Beach Bar and Grill for the rest of our lives, but I do want to put an establishment. Hopefully, you guys get y'all stuff together and present us with something that we can't tear down. But I think it would be irresponsible for us not to go out to RFP. I think that it is time for us to go out to RFP to see what other things are out there that keeps it fair and equitable, and it keeps the process very challenging for all of us. So those are my thoughts, but I'm definitely interested in seeing the tenant terms and what we have a say-so in, when we can restrict and not restrict, because I'm sure there are a lot of tenant terms here. But that's my 2 cents about it.
Thank you.
Commissioner Raymond?